Hello and welcome to the Game Reviewer something live play game thing. I am Tiffany and this is Rhiannon and we are the Meeples. We totally.
Hey! Shut the door.
Nice.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Okay, if you're coming in late, please make sure to grab some cards and a raffle ticket from our lovely Sarah in the back there. But I just want to say thank you guys for coming.
Just join the
When Rhiannon and I first put up this event, we had no idea we would get 10 people, let alone have to have an upgrade to a room this big. So, as you can tell, we're not quite prepared maybe for 300 people, we're prepared for like 12. So, thank you for coming. And now we have Eric here to help introduce our lovely.
Good evening. And welcome to the second annual Conclave of Overlords Society, Evil on the Move since 2012. Here, I am pleased to announce the graduating class of minions for this year. These individuals were selected after a series of aptitude tests, peer review, and getting their chores done before dinner. In no particular order, because I told them to sit in an order, they did not listen to me. Richard Ham.
Hi, everybody.
Scott Morris. Joel Eddy. Ryan LaFlamme. Matt Evans. Jamie Kagi. Anthony Rocano. Hunter Shelburne. Lance the Undead.
He's the first one out.
And who I'm told is the nicest in board. Rodney Smith.
He's the first one.
Don't embarrass me.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I was going to teach you how to play the game, and then I realized we had Rodney here, so why would I do it? Would you please teach us how to play Dark Overlord? Please.
I will do my best. I will do my best. No yays and nays during this, please. Wow. Okay, this is pretty cool. It's a little terrifying as well. Normally I'm alone in my basement, so I'm just going to pretend you're going to be my water heater, okay? You're going to toast over there. No, this should be fine. It's a pretty simple game. Actually, you know who would be perfect? You know who would be really comfortable with this? Tom Vassell, because I think this is about as many kids as he has. Oh, hey, Tom, hey. No, so in this game, one player is the evil Dark Overlord. And he has simple desires. Simple desires, really, right? He wants the local hero vanquished. He wants the maiden in the castle captured. He wants Richard Ham to use a tripod. And so he sends his minions out to go and do these very, very simple, sometimes impossible tasks. And always these bumbling minions, which are the rest of us, fail every single time. So the one delight he gets in life is pinning the blame on one of them and dealing out the appropriate punishment. So that's the whole objective of the game. As minions, we do not want to be the ones who were the one to blame for the process. So how do we do this? Well, we have two different kinds of cards. We're going to have 3 hint cards. These all have various pictures and diagrams on them, drawn by the fantastic Ricardo Crosa, and action cards. So those are the hints, and we have action cards. 3 of them as well. So on your turn, you pick one of the hint cards and you use that as inspiration to start coming up with your explanation for why you're not really to blame for the failings of this particular task. You can use up to 2 of them. You want to save 1 because really what you're trying to do is pass the blame onto somebody else. And so one of the symbols on the action cards is the pass the buck. So what you want to do is play this and pair it with one of your unused hint cards and then pass the buck to somebody else, okay, and blame them. And this is partly why they're default and you're not. So as long as you can do that, you're in the clear. You move it along, right? And then when someone receives, when they're passed the blame, they will draw an action card first, and then they will continue trying to come up with explanations. Also, once your turn is over, you draw back up a full hand of the hint cards, okay, so in case you get picked on again. The other card, the other action that's in here is a freeze. It's a hand like this. It's a stop. You can use this to interrupt people when they're having a successful excuse. You can just interrupt and say, no. There wasn't a puppy involved in this at all. It was a colored wand. Explain yourself, all right? And so then they have to, on the fly, come up with a proper explanation. So if you don't have a pass the buck card in your hand, or if maybe you're just doing a terrible job of explaining yourself, then you may get a withering look. And then this is going to be represented by these cards we put in front of us here. If you get 1, you put this in front of you. If you get a second, we flip it around. If you get 3 withering looks, then you are eliminated and you've been pinned with the blame. I think that's pretty much everything. Missing anything, guys?
Just Jen.
Oh no, that was too much. We'll fix it in post.
When does Luke roll his dice?
Oh, there's no dice rolling in this. Why don't we do this on the show? No, I think that's everything. Is that good? Is that good?
That is good for the normal game of Dark Overlord, but unless we want to vote one person to be the Overlord, which I don't think you guys came here to do, what we're doing instead is you guys, of course, are the Parliament of Overlords. You're all Overlords.
That is...
There you go.
That is...
These beautiful cards, which by the way, you'll need to take home. These are your voting cards. So, we're going to encourage you guys to do something maybe novel for a panel. Panels normally don't question. You guys are going to heckle. So,
yeah, you just and that's like not
still need to be able to talk, and we're having some slight audio issues. So, crazy. But Rhiannon and I are going to be up here in the audience, and we're basically the voices of you all. So once you guys heckle a little bit enough, we'll pause them, or maybe they'll realize they're messed up and they'll stop themselves. And then we will call for a vote. And when we vote, you get to have a say. So we'll do a vote, for example. Let's say Joel has been going on and you guys stopped him. And so we'll ask, do you believe that he was out late last night shampooing homeless dogs?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then we'll do a thing. And if enough people,
whatever.
In that case, if enough people say nay, he will get a withering hair. So we'll put that up on his card. So that's how we're going to do the Overlord thing. Okay. So to start your role as Overlords, and have you guys gotten your hands, your starting hands?
No problem.
I came in with mine.
Yeah. If you guys could please get your starting hands, it's 3 cards each of each type of card.
There.
All right. So
See, I don't need to do all this. You guys got it.
Group of minions for the first round.
Like anyone has good enough eyesight to have seen that.
For the first round, they're not going to use pass
Are these
the
4? Oh, these are set.
They're just going to go down the row. So each
Those
of
are
them
no,
is
those are
gonna have a
discarded.
chance
Oh, those are discarded. You can't have
where
them.
they were
You'll win
last
with these.
night.
Oh.
And then we'll start going. So please give them back.
But we need action cards too. We need the action cards.
Okay. Now that's that done. I need your guys' cards.
But we're not caring about this. We're just passing. Right.
So if you guys can help me fill in the blanks,
It'd be good.
we're going to do this one by one. So
Picking
you
it up.
guys send the graduating class of minions out to do something.
You
So
have
you
the action
sent them to blank the blank from blank. Alright, so first blank, shout it out.
Tacos! Steel! Vendor hall!
We got a lot of steel, so we're going to go steel. We sent them to steal
Some part of the
TARDIS! They were sent to steal the TARDIS! Doctor Who, are you kidding? If you say Doctor Who, I'm gonna be sad. So
Horse.
So you guys know what the TARDIS is, right?
No. Fish sandwiches, right?
I'm not even going to dignify that. The TARDIS, in case you don't know, is Doctor Who's ship. He stole it, flies around in time and space with it. It's a police box. It's a little tiny one. And if it magically appeared right there, I'd be happiest we're alive. No? Alright, well, we tried. Okay, so I think we're ready to start grilling our minions. So Joel, you have the luck of going first.
Yes, I do.
Are you ready?
I think so.
So why do we not have a TARDIS in the corner over here?
Well, I was on my way to pick up the TARDIS when I ran into Crazy Horse, which apparently all of you have been introduced to because he's the renegade wood elf, inveterate smoker of dream grass. And so I ran into him, and it turns out that it actually was Rodney Smith in disguise. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh
There
my,
you go.
oh my, oh my, okay.
First, you gotta give me beginners to go there.
Well, listen. There was a little bit of confusion here. And so to clear things up, what I did was I headed over to my fortune teller, all right? Because we had to go to the crystal ball. Where else are we going to find the information we need? We tried the sweet grass, and it didn't quite give us. There's a lot of sleeping, is what I'm saying. All right. So now we needed some actual directions. So we went and we looked in the crystal ball, and we found out. Hey, no problem. What you need to do is head out into the district there. There's a gentleman you're going to find. You're going to talk to him, and he's going to give you the guidance you need to find Hulk Hogan in this TARDIS. Well, unfortunately, we got a little bit of misdirection there, got lost a bit. Sort of like when you're wandering around Gen Con, you know, and you think you know where you are and realize, no, I have no idea where I am. Someone help me. Well, we ended up in the ill-famed district, and unfortunately, gave us some pretty bad directions. Scott Morris here, he was talking to some guy, and he told us that we need to head out to sea.
Boy. To sea. I had a plan. But the plan went wrong. All right. So after the ill-famed district, and did you say sweetgrass? Is that what you said?
There was some sweetgrass. You still recovering from it?
I must have missed the sweetgrass. I didn't get the sweetgrass because I was distracted by the explosion inside the grumbling volcano, otherwise known as the undead volcano. Last thing we knew, though, it was undead until it exploded. But that's a different story for a different game called Twilight Imperium. So at the base of the explosion, we were running as fast as we could to get away from this because it was death-defying. It was about to kill us. And you.
Oh, wait a second. We're going this way.
I know. You don't remember the whole story.
No, I guess not.
You found this howling book. Ooh. And it written on the pages of that howling book from 1988, scrawled beautifully from the WWF archives, was the Macho Man going after Hulk Hogan, had written down that the last place seen was in the Happy Village.
So, we had to find this happy village. If you've noticed, it's not always the easiest to find happy and peaceful and tranquil places in a fantasy land. And look who I was getting directions from. So we were walking, and we happened to come across an old man at a crossroads. And he said, "Oh, the place you're looking for is right down that road." And he looked a bit sketchy, but we said, okay. So we're walking, we finally come across this village, and it looks all pastoral and interesting, but something wasn't quite right. And the man who greeted us at the center of this town was a warlock. So we already knew we were screwed. He said, "I think I know what you're looking for. Blue, 7 feet tall, came across it the other day. I put it over in my castle." So I said, "Okay, where can we find that?" He goes, "Down these rickety stairs." I said, "Okay." It wasn't his castle. And in fact, led us to a dark dungeon.
All right. Into the microphone, please. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, I'll let my size of anxiety go out. All right, so we were led down into this dark dungeon, and we knew things were going to get ugly. And so we look up, and we see the other Dark Overlord. This is Magister Carnegie, and he's standing there. And out of nowhere, he summons. He gives us this proposition. He says, I can make you a better deal. I can show you a better way to get there. I have this great plan, and with that, you just have to follow my possessed girl. Maybe I'm going to do this wrong. And so he summons this young, attractive, bony, demon-figured girl.
Attractive, bony figure.
Bony, but Richard Hanover, he can't resist, and he follows her down the path and led us astray.
Well, yes, of course I did, because we had been sent there to meet the beautiful, bony, possessed lady. I don't know what was wrong with you people with all that silliness. That's what we came here for.
That's true.
So anyway, she took us to Hulk Hogan's house, went to the door and said, "Hello, brothers!" And we jumped him, as we should, and wrapped him up in the heavy chain, so everything was good. Fortunately, I mean, the man is the master of disaster, but it was a heavy chain made of gold, which was very, very important.
Clever.
The plan, of course, being, once we had the Hulkster wrapped in the chain of gold, we were actually supposed to ascend the ladder into the TARDIS, but as it turns out, the undead Viking decided to walk behind the ladder, as you're never supposed to do.
No.
And oh my God, Lance, why don't you tell them what happened then?
All right.
At least I got us to the house.
Well, let's be honest. It's Hulk Hogan. I mean, 26-inch pythons. You know what I'm talking about. And so, I was walking behind the ladder, and and it's just like, and I heard him straining against those chains. And gold is a very soft metal, Richard. Steel, we might have been holding, but no, in a whirlwind of fury, he took control of the situation. And then I thought, it's like, man, wrestlers don't live very long lately. It seems like every time you look around, everyone's, taking too many steroids, taking too many, they're dropping like flies, right? And so Death himself was there. I dropped my phone, and then what happened was, I was singing, and I was worried, and I thought he was going to take us all down, right? But then I remember, what did Hulk Hogan always tell all of us, all us little Hulkamaniacs? Be sure to say your prayers. Vitamins. And I knew that I had a mysterious potion full of vitamins that Jamie had given me. And I thought, for sure, now, if I drank this, it would be fine. But, well, you know what happened then.
Well, that potion wasn't meant for this mission. It was meant for private time later. This is for actors. So anyway, the Hulkamaniac, he's all. So Hulk's tired of these chains, busts out of his chains, and he runs down the street, right? And because his neighbor, about a quarter mile down the road, was his bodyguard back in the 80s. And this bodyguard was the most monstrous of monsters, right? And this monster, look at this guy. He was smoking a cigar. So Hulk Hogan comes back with this monstrous monster. And Hunter over here, he's a mensch. He really is. This is a good dude right here. But sometimes things don't work out like you expect. See, now the problem is Hunter told me that this monstrous of monsters right here, he has a thing for female dwarves. So what we did was, before we got there, we went into Hulk Hogan's wife's closet, and we dressed up Hunter in a dress. And when this guy shows up, he was very excited, Hunter. Go on with the tongue.
What he failed to mention was my fashionable shoes. They were beautiful.
How could you forget, Jamie?
Well, I was only in it to get to the Dark Manor. I mean, that house is amazing. It's incredible. I mean, Marion, wrestlers die off, get to the Dark Manor. It's critical I was in it for the hardest, but then Anthony, he finished it off, I think. I think he got it right.
Yeah, what happened was, I met up with Jen, and she said, let's go to the well. No, 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 wait, let's not. Maybe, yeah, what, no. Yes, yes, Jen's going to the well. I spot Hogan, and he's old. He doesn't move so fast. So, creeping up on him, you know, because I'm a ninja, and I was about to grab him. Out of nowhere, theme music starts playing, and I get attacked by an Iron Man. From Tehran, Iran. The Iron Sheik has taken me out. Just as I am about to take Hogan out. And Joel walked in.
Joel walked in. All right, so you guys have gone on this epic adventure so far, so I think we have somewhat of an idea of how incompetent you are, but we're not through yet, because there was still hope, right? I mean, you guys knew where it was, you were in the house, you're fighting the guy. So we're going to let you guys continue with it, but now you guys get to participate more. So we've got the setup, we've got the landing. So now you guys are listening to this. You want to get down to the truth. This is good. What were they doing, really? With the shoes and the
shoes are beautiful.
They were pretty nice.
So this is the time. So now we're going to do freeform, so they get to actually pass the buck and blame each other and go around and all that kind of stuff. So it's not straight line. And you guys get to start, you know, being more critical of them and their
All right.
So Joel.
Critical. Get it?
Yikes. Well, I walked in because I was upstairs looking for the TARDIS instead of screwing around in the closet.
Finally!
Yes. I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah.
So, what I did find, though, was the Horned Helm, the ancient helm of the Eastern Giants. And it basically was of no use to me at all. And but it was pretty looking. I thought Hunter would like it to go with the dress and the shoes. I was trying to be nice to Hunter. So I noticed Hunter went back in. You know, he put on the helmet. It wasn't really quite a match for the dress and the shoes. So I opened up the sarcophagus. I found Pharaoh, you know, dressed up in the wraps. And I thought maybe this will look better if you wrap yourself in this. So, Hunter.
Why was there a sarcophagus in his house?
Well, death was there. So
I'm gonna let that pass. I'm canonically getting out of this dress. With my red dress, I'm buying more clothes.
Yeah, we split them up.
And I figured out the whole time we were trying to fight Hulkamania. I had a smart bolt to take him out, but as I tried to use this smart bullet, Tox came over and he was against weapon use. I don't know what the deal was, so I passed it over to him. What's your deal?
Well, most of my weapons do the work for me. I cleverly brought a clever sword, which dances next to me, so I can keep my hands free. I have to be able.
I like that.
I do. Well.
Do we need to see the dance?
He walked right into that one.
Yeah, I danced right into that one. So thankfully, the clever sword kept my hands free, because as I turned around to see the
The Parliament has spoken.
I got one.
That's a glare, sir.
All right.
That's a glare. All right. All right.
You left your reviewer.
So you had a Hunter says he had a weapon, and Talk stopped him because he was against weapon.
Is there any classes open at Gen Con for dancing now? Because I have a few extra generics.
I think it involves a pole if I remember. done with the pills, I remember, and why they weren't supposed to be used for this, but then you guys just disappeared from the story. So Lance, what happened actually with you after you took pills? Like, where did you go?
Yeah, did you go dancing?
You should have been invigorated from the story of what these pills were.
You didn't have to take it. Well, as you know, you said I was for a good time. But I didn't think I could rise to the occasion, you said. And you told me, Jamie, that you had a damsel in distress that you were going to bring that I could say.
Hunter's not a damsel.
You're too busy doing some things and not looking for the targets, right?
There we go. Oh, did we think you got too busy? Damsels in distress.
Did it last longer than 4 hours? It did. It doesn't have targets. Yeah, if we had that, then we could have gone back. I could have avoided taking the pills to begin with.
Bigger on the inside.
It said suppository, though. I'm not.
I think we get a glare. The PG family show, we gotta say. So we're gonna give you guys a glare. Sorry, I started that way. But we'll move back a little bit down the line. Ryan, where did you go? There were stairs and a castle and like the house. Where are you in all of this that's going on?
So I'm not sure what they were doing. I was a little freaked out. Dresses and potions and stuff. And I'm a lowly goblin. I don't really know exactly what they're up to. So I followed these stairs because, you know, why not? And it took me up to this lonely tower. Because if they're getting busy, I might as well be lonely. And in this lonely tower, my wishes were not met because, in fact, I came across a pair of spiteful succubi. So I don't exactly know, I don't think we were actually in a mansion or a dungeon. I think we inadvertently stumbled into a brothel because, and I think that was because the person who had the directions was Richard.
Well, it is funny you should mention that. Yes. Because you're right. The Hulkster is known for partaking. As Lance had pointed out, the Hulkster's been... As Lance pointed out, the Hulkster has not been married for quite a while. I don't know where Hunter got those clothes. I think we have to come back to that. But it's very well known that the Hulkster likes to partake in certain nighttime activities. And so I decided we should go there to get more intel from the horrible bartender. Terrible person.
He was pretty bad.
Yes, yeah. Because totally corrupt. Will give us all the information we need about the Hulkster's guardian, Stone Giant. Who's really, as it turns out, I did not know this, you rub him on the belly, and he's a cute little puppy. He's just so delightful. So that was great. I think everybody should be very pleased with that. Actually, that was a little inappropriate, wasn't it? I do apologize. I apologize. I throw myself on the mercy of the Dark Parliament. Thank you very much. So anyway,
I told you I was in the wrong place.
It's only all over Twitter. Don't worry.
We got the information we needed. We got the trick to get past the giant. Everybody remember, that was on me, just for the record. But what happened was that while we were there, Rodney, I was so disappointed, Rodney, that although maybe we should have known better, because it was a trigger for him, we shouldn't have gone into that bar, because he was surrounded by dwarvish beer.
And it was a fine dwarvish beer. And obviously, some of the people here should have stayed on the beer and not the sweetgrass, because obviously it had a lingering effect. You've heard some of these stories they've been telling, right? But here's the thing about going to a bar and getting some beer. You meet people, you talk to people. This is where you get information, real information. And I ran into a mad scientist. And he was very clever. We needed someone wise. I mean, no one's more wiser than all of you, of course. And we needed someone mad.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh,
mad
dear.
scientist? No, I don't think so. Everybody knows that was the dullest goblin in town we were talking to, and none of us understood why you even went up to that guy. Explain yourself.
Okay. I might have embellished a little bit. He wasn't the most clever scientist. He was a little bit dull and boring, but He had some information. Believe it or not, we were finally getting somewhere. He had seen the TARDIS.
I like this story.
Let's see it. Is that a yay or nay? What we got here? Oh, well, all right. I shall continue my story then. Thank you. All right. And so, actually, finally, we were making some progress. Finally, we were making progress. He directed us to the TARDIS, which was great. Okay, we had located it. We'd found it. Because Hulk Hogan, as you say, he's getting older. Memory's going a little bit. He'd left it. He'd left it behind. So we got it. It was unguarded. We found it. The problem was, we need to now travel back to the Overlord. We have to bring him back the TARDIS, right? That's the point of finding it. We can't get it to him. So we all got inside, and the problem was, we didn't exactly know how to operate the thing. It was kind of dark in there, and so unfortunately, Jamie had the clever idea. Let's light up a torch in there so we can get some light. Well, it worked. We got light. The whole thing lit up. Jamie, explain yourself. He's really going to like Tinders when we bring those back.
It's an outrage. See, okay, so none of us had any flashlights or nothing. We had to have this torch. We had to have the torch. I wasn't the one that spilled all of that lamp oil all over. That was not my fault. I had no idea. Now, the problem was, because, now notice that the iron sheet has been completely omitted from the story. Bring this up.
Revisionist history.
The lamp oil was all over the floor, and I know that there was only one person in the room other than me and the Iron Sheik and Matt down here.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't spill the lamp oil. I know that the Iron Sheik didn't do it. That was because he tangled with that guy. That's why I was busy. That's why I couldn't be getting this TARDIS, because I was busy protecting you all from the Iron Sheik. Because when you get stuck in a camel clutch, you're in there forever. What's that now?
How'd you get a camel clutch when you're covered in oil?
I wasn't covered in oil.
That's a different kind of
recipe. So you're mistaken.
That's actually the same way Hunter got in the dress.
No. That was this damsel in distress that I was supposed to be giving to Lance from earlier. Now I know that this is difficult because this is not part of the story.
Hold on.
Do you guys believe that he's covered in oil? He's not.
No, now you're screwed.
Should we give him a glare?
Yeah.
So Jamie.
Hey, let me get this for you.
Welcome to the party.
Big point with the lamps, and only a few people having lamp oil, and I'm just really confused because it is 2014. Lamps and lamp oil. So Matt, why did you even have a lamp with lamp oil?
Explain yourself. All right.
With fire.
That is a good question, and I'll give you an answer for that. You know, this basically, you know, I knew we were in a desperate situation because the night before this, you know, I was out with Lance, and you know, this whole thing. Yeah, well, you know, we were out with Lance, we were having a good time, and I mean, so you don't want to go too crazy. You know, we got some of that dwarvish beer from Rodney over there. We were having a couple, we were relaxing. And
beer on the job.
Yeah. Well, we were relaxing. We were relaxing. This is last night. We were just relaxing, no big deal. And as we're sitting there, I look over and Lance spots this exotic beauty, and you know, the virgin of the waters. And you know, you guys had a lot in common, I thought. And next thing I know, Lance disappears, and I got to chase him down and try to get him back. So, well, what's up with that?
Hey, Minions, are you telling us you burned the TARDIS down?
What?
I'd really rather not focus on that. I was in camel clutch.
In oil.
In oil. Camel clutch.
Okay, so the TARDIS, I'm really concerned because apparently the TARDIS caught fire. I agree. We wanted the TARDIS.
Claire!
They wanted the TARDIS. So, but we... Matt, like, where did you buy the lamp and the fire? And do we give him a glare for that? Because we asked him a very
Let's see.
Hey, that's a lot of yays. Look at that. Hey.
Nice try.
Hey, that wasn't a glare.
I really
No, that's a glare.
what's happening with the TARDIS.
What are you putting the Richards up for?
Well,
I know what happened.
I do want to come back to those pills and that previous
All right, so it did slightly catch on fire. Luckily, Jen had gone to the well.
Yes! Or did she?
The problem was, though, when Jen comes running back with water that she's holding in her hands because she didn't have a bucket with her, and goes to throw it on the fire, she got a little burned. So being the chivalrous person that I am, she threw the water into the flame, and the flame burned the ends of her fingers. Basically, she just hurt.
That's your hand.
She didn't know. She just saw fire, and she had water, and she ran.
Don't call up Jen.
Isn't Jen
Jen is not here to defend herself. I rushed Jen to the hospital and got her on the operating table. He should be here. I took his wife to the hospital to save her life. So I called Richard and said, get over here quick. And he knows what happened next.
It's funny you should mention that. Yes. First of all, for the record, I'd like the Dark Parliament to remember that my wife is a hero. While all these people were doing that, she will be watching this later, by the way. So while people were cross-dressing, chatting up strange women, wrestling with strange men, who knows what these people were even doing over there? My wife, my saint of a wife, for you people, is putting her life on the line. So there she is on the operating table. I'm terrified. I'm terrified because you guys may know. Thanks, Obama. Turns out she's in front of the death panel. And so, facing the Inquisition, I have to step in. I have to do something. So I run down to the local junk merchant, and
What about the tortoise? He said it.
My wife is assassin. My wife is perfect.
Let's see those boats. Let's see the boats.
And all you care about is a box that's bigger on the inside. I think you people should be ashamed.
You hear that?
Evil dark overlords.
Yeah.
Do we want to know more about what happened?
No. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that's Dinah's name.
That's Richard's.
That's Richard's. You're at two now, right?
No, you get one of the TARDIS.
Joel, we haven't heard from you in a while.
There's a reason for that.
No, it's slightly burnt. We're on the edge of our seat. It's slightly burnt. Where is it?
He had to get his plumbing working first.
Exactly right. Well, just to clear up what happened to the Iron Sheik, it leads back to the TARDIS. It leads to the TARDIS.
I'm stopping you right there. Nobody cares about the Iron Sheik. They want to know about the TARDIS. Listen to these kind, wonderful people.
Remember how the TARDIS was on fire? Let me finish. The TARDIS was on fire. The reason the TARDIS was on fire was because Rodney was running with the oil, tripped at the oil, and I don't remember who had the torch. Jamie had the torch, right?
Well, yeah, but
he tripped and he lit the Iron Sheik on fire, and the Iron Sheik is now dead.
Oh yeah, because we're just doing great so far.
Listen. Please, overlords, pass the blame to me.
Are we happy with this or no?
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Okay, all right. There's someone up there.
Yes.
It's on fire. What does anybody? I'm just gonna.
Well, I'll let you know. Because I think it's very, very important to remind everybody the noble sacrifice my wife. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, okay, thank you. All right. So yes, of course, the TARDIS on fire. And in spite of the fact my wife's life hangs in the balance, I know what you people sent me out for, and I am a loyal and dedicated servant to each and every one of you. And fortunately, I had the foresight to bring along since I live in Malta, it's very hot, it's very humid. I always have a portable fan, so I just fired that up and the wind blew the fire out. Thank you very much. Okay, so, and that was great. Great. That was done.
What did you do? Fire.
I'm sorry, what?
When spreads fire. It does. It's live!
Oh no! Look at this! Yes. Let's in! Got a point! Got a point!
Apparently the Dark Parliament is also intelligent.
Okay, so I think at this point, the TARDIS is on fire.
Even more.
TARDIS, that's what we were trying to do.
But it's in our possession. You just had to get it. You didn't say it had to work when we got it back.
Alright, Scott, where is at least some part, like the ashes at least?
So the wind blew very hard. And
it seemed like a good idea.
At the time, everything does. The wind blew and created a gigantic sandstorm, blowing all the way north to Canada. Okay. Where the great white northern cat women lived.
Are there any Canadians here? Okay, so we need to judge on the cat women.
There are some hot women in Canada.
That, please?
There are hot women in Canada. Thank you. Good try. Good try. Good try.
Okay, fair enough. All right. I tried. Do I get a withering look on that?
Hey, I've seen you in a kilt, but that's another story. So the Great White North, the wind was blowing. It was going up to Canada where this race of cat women lived. And they saw the ashes of the TARDIS. And they began to weep. And their tears hit the ashes. And yeah, like what? Their tears hit the ashes. And at that point, their tears swelled to giant waves, bringing the ferryman with Rodney on his boat.
Uh-oh. I heard some boos. I heard some boos.
How is that not true? How is that not true? Do you not like boats? Do you not like boats? You live on an island. You have to like boats.
You'd never find sand in all that snow. I'm sorry. That would not have worked. That would have not worked.
Where's the TARDIS?
The weeping cat women.
No. Listen. Listen.
Screwdriver. You have screwdriver, Rodney.
Okay, listen. This has gotten out of hand. Okay, yes, there was a fire. It was desperate. It was bad. The TARDIS was burned. We are sorry about that. We're ready to at least fess up. We did burn it. Okay, but it's not like everything in that thing is made of wood. Okay, it eventually went out. Do we accept that? It's not going to burn the whole. It might have been it went out in the boot, and then it went out. But here's the problem. The reason why we've been covering this up and talking about it, it's not exactly in great condition, all right? But it's recoverable. We need to get to someone wiser, smarter than ourselves, our Dark Overlord. But the problem is, how are we going to get it there? Because clearly we don't know how to operate it. We couldn't turn the lights on. So instead, we are going to build a device that's going to transport it for us. Okay? All right? We're going to work on this.
If only we had a TARDIS.
Well, listen. I feel like, unfortunately, Richard has been given a raw deal here, so I want to help him out. I'm going to give him credit here. He had the idea. We are going to build a hot air balloon, okay? And we're going to attach the top, and then we're going to sail it over to our Dark Overlord, okay?
Isn't it ashes?
No. The ashes. Didn't turn to ashes. Okay. What's that? The fire's out. The fire's out. It's, the TARDIS is not in great condition. It's not operable, but we're going to get it there.
Blow dust and stuff around.
Are we okay? Yay or nay? Yay is good. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. All right. And I'm about to pass the buck here, believe me. Because the hot air balloon was well, it was a good idea. The problem was Richard was having tremendous success. All right. We were getting the hot air in there. It was filling up. We were all getting very excited. The TARDIS was lifting away. Unfortunately, none of us were in it. So it just kind of kept going. Please help us, Richard. What do we do next?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. Because while my wife's life hangs in the balance, I'd like to remind everybody, it's just a little box, people. I did still have the foresight. I mean, look, I think we've all proven how everybody on this panel, except for me, is woefully incompetent, and we could not be counted upon to get that thing back home. And so I did, in fact, sneak a Fluffy here, who is a sweet, sweet pet, and wanted to get home to its master, all of you, and I was therefore absolutely positive that Fluffy would be able to sail that thing back home while I was free to be able to take these magically charged daggers back to the operating room, because for the last 3 or 4 days,
Where's Fluffy? Right there. Okay, Fluffy, you guys can't see, is a giant furry head thing with just arms. and he's trying to eat a goblin. So you're saying
I was willing to sacrifice Jan for you.
So I want to make this clear. You're saying that you felt that it was okay to put that the head furry thing named Fluffy would fly it back to us.
Did you think we would be capable of doing it?
That was good.
All right, should we vote on the Fluffy flying thing? Yeah. Okay.
Oh my, we seem to have a split decision.
What about those daggers?
That's a lot of good. That's a lot of good. I think that's good. All right, that's good. That's good.
That's where blue.
Yeah.
What are you voting for, the vote or the black?
The vote. So we're voting to vote.
That changed quick. It's getting very meta in here.
There's a lot of red
So
tape.
do you guys think that he should have put Fluffy in charge of All right. Apparently you guys know. All right.
Who said they were going to get in the balloon with Fluffy?
No,
Somebody said they were getting in the balloon with Fluffy, didn't they?
You
said they forgot.
No, I didn't say. I know why.
Oh, you know why?
Yes.
It's funny you should mention that.
What you don't know is that Fluffy is part of a union. And only union people are allowed to ride in the balloon. So we made arrangements to go ahead. We paid a lot of money to Fluffy, even though it was in the pockets. And he got it to where we had to drop it off. And we rebuilt it. That impossible artifact, we rebuilt it. It looked exactly, the TARDIS was built exactly the same. You would never know it was different. It said telephone on the outside.
Where is it?
So why are you going to ask?
Wait, time out.
We put it somewhere, and unfortunately, it got taken over by a large company. So Time Warner Cable now owns the TARDIS, which is why we cannot get it back.
Well, now we know you failed your mission then.
Right.
So now we know. So we know. But why?
You can pass the buck.
But how
I believe didn't pass the buck. A glare. That looks like a glare. Is he all right? What's happening?
All right. We're kind of running down on time.
Okay.
So I mean, we gotta get to the bottom.
Where's the TARDIS?
Well, apparently
Time Warner Cable now owns it. For $49.99 a month, you can get it back, and for $20 extra HBO. That's a better deal than Time Warner Cable has now anyway, so where's my days? Thank you.
Scott is that was right.
Wait a second, on this,
Ryan doesn't have any.
not even grilling anymore, so I don't understand how you...
Alright, so
We're not
why...
here to talk about the past.
I want to know, how did Time Warner, how did they even get it? So you reconstructed it, you used Fluffy and the Union, and you flew the remains, and you rebuilt it, I got that. But how did it get to Time Warner?
I'm not a businessman. Ryan, however, is representing the negotiation. So I put him in charge of that, and...
Let me stop you right there, actually. Out of all the reviewers up here, there's only one industry man.
God.
Right? That's the question. There it is. It's a company.
You want me to take this?
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take this, because I know what happened. No one's going to expect this, because the next thing that happened was the truth. The Endelac, the visitors from space, came to find all of us, to tell us how terrible of a job we were doing for you good people. In the back?
Isn't that why we have YouTube comments?
No, that's to get on Tom Bass's back. So the Endelac came and they told us, you guys are doing a horrible job. You don't understand timey, you don't understand wimey, you don't understand wobbly. You're horrible at this. You don't even understand it's bigger on the inside. And we realized that we were completely lost on the path to solve this problem for you good dark overlords.
We're evil!
You good, evil dark overlords.
How dare you insult those evil overlords?
I know, I tried.
Oh my God.
Good.
We bow to you.
I think that's it.
Yeah. The word good ends it.
Somebody roll the crit.
I think you rolled a miss on that one.
I did, yeah. That was me rolling a miss, yes.
That was very creative end. So basically, I guess Doctor Who will now be brought to us by...
We're very sorry.
Next week, and the WWE.
Yeah.
Who's evil now? Hey, Cox, you said that was a critical mistake?
It was a miss.
So, Anthony, I know you need to leave.
I do have to leave.
Because he has more important things.
No glares for me, even though nobody in the room knows who I am.
We're all
We're all gonna need to leave soon, right? Isn't the Dice Tower event coming on in here next?
Yeah.
Are people sticking around for that? I hope so. Woohoo!
Alright, so we have 15 minutes. And as you know, there'll be probably a big crowd outside trying to get in like you guys were. We actually have some stuff to give away. So courtesy of
So, before we do anything else, I know everybody loves watching these videos. We love board games, that's why we're all here. I want to take a second and I want to thank Rhiannon and I want to thank Tiffany because they work their tails off. And Rodney's not bad either. So.
Like Jen.
Alright, so we have 7 minutes left, and if we had finished and had significantly more time, I was going to do a quick Q&A, which I think might boil over way too much at this point. So, first of all, I want to thank our lovely panelists for coming in. This has always been recorded, we're going to edit, we're going to put it online and stuff like that, so if you guys want to try and find it, it'll be on the Spooning Meeples YouTube channel. Otherwise, I guess I just thank you for coming. If you guys want to surround and talk to people, like, are you guys fine with people coming and saying hi?
Yeah.
No one's going to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go out to the hallway, come find us, and thank you all for coming. This is awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.